Good morning. I hope you brought your big voices. You did bring your big voice? Perfect, because are you awakening? Perfect. The lyrics are going to be on the side here, and it gets to be really easy to sing the chorus with, so I now have to get the band ready. So give me 1 second while we do this in F. Excellent. I'm awakening. I'm awakening to life. Oh my, I hope we're in F. Oh, we're not in F. Give me 1 second. I just happen to have a version of G in here too, so I'm seeing if I am awake this morning. Okay, this does say F. Come on, guys, pick it up and get in there. You know, when you're up here all alone, the mess belongs to Mike. Please F. I am awakening. I am awakening. I am awakening to life. Yes, I am. Now, I hear you. I am awakening. I am awakening. I am awakening to life. One life in which to make a difference. One day where I can make myself. One to share with all the planet. One chance to follow my heart. Because why? I am awakening. I am awakening. I am awakening to life. Yes, I am now. I am awakening. I am awakening. I am awakening to life. One heart to love without condition. One to really make my choice. One soul connecting with all of her. One song, one people, one voice. I am awakening. I am awakening. I am awakening to life. Yes, I am now. I am awakening. I am awakening. I am awakening. Every morning when I look out my window, the sun shines on my day. Even though I may not see it, it's still shining on in every way. Key change, yes, the G, M. I am awakening. I am awakening. I am awakening to life. Yes, I am now. I am awakening. I am awakening. I am awakening to life. Oh my.
Well, good morning, everyone. Sweetheart Day today is so beautiful outside. I just love this weather. I feel so excited that we get to be together in this beautiful building, see new faces, and just celebrate the goodness of these teachings. So welcome to the Wasatch Spiritual Center. My name is Reverend Lanna Lee Cairns, and I'm the Community Spiritual Director here at our center. We are so grateful to be part of the Other Side Village, the Other Side Academy, that welcomes us to be here in this wonderful facility that really takes our principles and puts them out into the world. So our teaching has been around for 100 years. Next February 14th, we will be celebrating our 100th anniversary. So get ready for a party. I don't know what that looks like yet, but I know it'll be something. And we have over 400 communities, 30 countries. So our faith, I read just recently, was the first to ordain women in America, that we were DEI before DEI was hip and cool to be. So our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, brought in many people, many cultures into these teachings. So we're really grateful for that wisdom.
So our teachings are called metaphysics, and what that means is there's a truth behind the reality that we experience. There's a deeper way of things are orchestrated beyond their appearances. We're also very much another philosophy of Stoicism, meaning things happen, and it's how we react to what that is. So we take a lot of different teachings. It's very mystical, the way we go about things, but we celebrate all faiths, all people, all traditions, all expressions, that we're really here to connect with ourselves, to connect to the God within that is always present, always here, always available to all of us. So Ernest Holmes said that there is a good in the world greater than we are, and we have access to it. That is just our natural birthright, that there is something so wanting to express in that fullness, in the harmony of life, that is what we hear, and this is what we do here at the Wasatch Center. So this Sunday celebration, what we do is a big deal for us. It's to reconnect to that. It's to feel this sense of truth and honesty that moves through us, to celebrate that with the world. And we do that because our lovely Carol Harris, who's back from vacation, Carol, don't leave us ever again, has blessed every chair in our sanctuary, that we have a prayer box in the back that you can put prayers to, that we not just pray on it for a week, but sometimes I think about people like that forever in my heart. So we have that available. We're going to be doing a workshop later on just how we converse and communicate, so we have snacks over there later. So we're really building a community, and maybe we need to all be Weight Watchers after, but there's always snacks when it comes to religious science. So thank you so much for being here. So I would like to share with you our mission and vision. So if we can see those on the screen. So if we could say this together. So our mission is to create an expansive community of love, of healing, of connection, through compassionate spirituality, to better ourselves and to serve the world. And our vision is to awaken and empower the sacred self within all to uplift humanity. So we do the macro and the micro in our teachings, but I know when we operate in harmony, then the world operates in harmony. So thank you again for being here. So this is the time that we bring up a member, and this is our board president, Donna Weisinger, to come up here, who's a real estate agent, who's a marketing guru. She does it all, and we're so blessed to have her share with her journey into this philosophy. And the one thing I like so much about her is that not only does she have all the street cred needed to do it, but she does it with joy. She does it with love, with openness, with connection, with smarts. Every time I talk to her, we talk for an hour and a half. We can't even get off the phone. We're like two girls at a slumber party. So it's so much fun that she brings such joy and wisdom into this philosophy, into this community. So we're really blessed to have her today do her sacred share. Let's welcome Donna. Thank you. This is a real step. So be careful.
All I need to do is trip right before I start speaking. Okay, I'm not sure if this is working. Oh, sounds like it is. I have a really loud voice, so it could be that I won't even need the microphone. So hold on. Flip my screen around. Is it okay?
He's a pro.
Hey. Hey, Brian.
Okay. All right. So I was asked to be here today to talk with you a little bit about what brought me to the Centers for Spiritual Living. And so I thought I would kind of go back in time just a few decades and let you know that about 20 years ago, well, let's go back even further than that. I was raised in a religion that was a little hardcore, a little strict, and so as I got older, with some of the anxiety I probably had as a kid, it was difficult. I had the guilt and the shame was just something that I just honestly couldn't take for longer than about 15, 20 years. And so I stepped away. I blamed organized religion, like, oh, I don't need that. And so I kind of went away, and I just decided to live my life with freedom and just experiences and having myself some fun. And my religion was nature, and that was how I was going to live my life. And that worked really well for a very long time. And then there was a moment in time when life started to get hard, and I ended up having some struggles and sort of some tripping. I used to joke that I was like running through life, and then I tripped and fell. And then I got up and I kept on running, and I tripped and fell again. And then I stopped running, and then pretty soon I was crawling into recovery and rehab, and then came out of that. I felt sort of renewed, but starting all over. Now I was looking for some kind of connection, something that would help me to bring myself back to myself. And that's when I got introduced for the very first time to the Centers for Spiritual Living. And my friend Christiana Turner, she invited me to attend a service, and I was blown away. Like if somebody were to ask me, what is it about their services that you love so much? For me, it didn't feel like organized religion, because I was worried about that. It felt like an empowerment seminar. I felt like I was at some just divine group of people that came together and did all the things that just lit me up. I loved the music. I loved how peppy it was, and there were guitars and singers, and it was just awesome. I loved that they meditated. I needed this, like I'm one of those that just goes through life like, wah, and I needed the meditation to calm me down. And so that was lovely, just to sit and enjoy. And I also, I really liked the practitioners. They would come up to the front and they would pray for the people that asked to be prayed for. And so for me, it was something new and different, and it sustained me. I loved it, did it for several years, but then through circumstances, they moved. And then they moved again. And then they moved again. And as that happened, I was getting further and further away, and my life got busy and kind of got in the way. So I had become a member, and then I just sort of stopped going. So for many years, I went through my life just as excited and just, boundless energy and chaos. And I covered the stuff that I had within pretty well, some anxieties, some doubt, and things like that, because I could power through. And I'd spent my whole adult life powering through to get to what I wanted. And then, about a year ago, I started going into another time of my life of difficulty. It didn't require recovery or rehab, but it was more that just some things were happening. And for me, I needed I needed something. I needed some kind of connection again. And right at that moment, another friend stepped forward, and she said, hey, they're doing some visioning for a new CSL. You want to be a part of that? And I thought, strangely, I do. I'm not sure why, but I think I'm going to go. And so I felt divinely guided to go and just see what this was about. So that's when we were meeting at Carol's house, and it was lovely. And I had come to a place in my life where I wanted to know, I knew who I was, but I also knew how I had made my way through life. And it was a little hardcore, right? And so now it was, how do I want to show up in the world now? Who do I see myself becoming? What do I want to, if I live another 30 years, I'll be 100, but when I live another 30 years, what does that look like? And for me, it was more loving, more caring, more service-oriented, more giving, and more receiving rather than always grasping and grabbing and running after what I wanted. And so the first thing that I believe that you should do is surround yourself with the people that are like that, right? And that's what I found when I started coming back was, I want to be like these people. I want to be as peaceful and kind. It doesn't mean anyone is perfect. It just means we're all striving for something better than maybe where we are today. And so that's what I did. And then I started taking some classes, and that's where all the magic is, right? Lanna's has some trainings that are just amazing. And I really immersed myself, I guess. I wasn't underwater. So I was immersing myself in some really amazing learnings and teachings. And one of the best things that I heard was Jim Lockhart, who was with us recently in spirit and in Zoom, and he made the comment that, and I know he sort of said it in passing, but it hit me like a big golden brick. And so that's a brick of goodness. And it was that people, the reason that we have as much chaos and stuff in life and the things that go on in the world is because many people have perceivedly become disconnected from source. And when he said that, I thought, oh my gosh, I think that's what happened for me. Like, I was strong enough to push myself through most of my life, but really, you need to be connected to something outside yourself, and you certainly need to be connected to the One, because we are all part of the One. And so it was a wake-up call for me, like, pay more attention. And so then the other thing was then the trainings, one of the biggest takeaways, we just had to talk about it, was that the One is within us. It's not some distant entity that I pray to when I need something. It's something that is inside me because we are all connected. And it's something that then is close. It's very, very close. It's right here. And I can access that, and I can achieve the things I want to achieve, and I can be the person that I want to be, because I'm not alone. I have the guidance, and that means a lot for me. And so basically, one of the most powerful ideas I've learned through CSL is that nothing is truly wrong with us, ever. It's just we're sometimes disconnected from the awareness of who we truly are. And when we forget that we are one with Source, life can feel overwhelming or chaotic and out of control. But the moment we remember, there's more peace, and there's more insight, and there's more love. CSL has helped me come back to that connection.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just be careful stepping down. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, good. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Yeah.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Yeah, happy Sunday.
Sorry, but we are not going to hear anything if I have to go up here. Thanks for coming out to be with us today. Today's reading, there it is. Today's reading comes from Ernest Holmes' Creative Mind and Success. So I want you to just, let me get this first. This is in the section on how to attract friends. The man who has learned to love all people, no matter who they may be, will find plenty of people who will return that love to him. This is not mere sentiment, and it is more than a religious attitude of mind. It is a deep scientific fact, and one to which we pay attention. The reason is this: as all is mind, and we attract to us what we first become, until we learn to love, we are not sending out love vibrations. And not until we send out love vibrations can we receive love in return. One of the first things to do is to learn to love everybody. If you have not done this, begin to do so at once. There's always more good than bad in people, and seeing the good tends to bring it forth. Love is the greatest healing and drawing power on earth. It is the very reason for our being, and that explains why it is that people should have something or somebody to love. From selfish motives alone, if from no loftier reason, we cannot afford to find fault or hate or even hold in mind anything against any living soul. The God who is love cannot hear the prayer of the man who is not love. Love and cooperation will yet be found to the greatest business principle on earth. God is love. This great love that I now feel for the world is the love of God, and it is felt by all and returned from all. Nothing comes in between, because there's nothing but love to come in between. I understand all people, and that understanding is reflected back to me from all people. I help, therefore I am helped. I uplift, therefore I am uplifted. Nothing can mar this perfect picture of myself and my relations with the world. It is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I am now surrounded by all love, all friendship, all companionship, all health, all happiness, all success. I am one with life. I wait in silence while the Great Spirit bears this message to the whole world. So one of the greatest ways we can love ourselves is to fully dream and live out our dreams joyfully. So I want you to take a moment and connect with your dreams, those things you would love more than anything to experience in your life. What are they? What is happening around you? Who is there? What thoughts and feelings do you experience? For the next moments of silence, just really take the time to connect with this vision and experience it as fully as you can. Envision it and just really feel it. So, knowing that God, universal energy, is all there is in this world, take a moment to see this universal energy as a bright white light all around you, a place where creation takes place. Feeling the allness of this light that is also you, dissolve the boundaries that create you separately and experience being the light you are in. This light, you in this light, are the source of all creation. Continue to experience those things you are building and creating from your love and joy. Again, what thoughts and feelings do you experience in each moment of your daily life? Really connect with this version of yourself. And how does it feel to have these experiences in every moment of your daily life? Now, coming back into your beautiful body, bring all of this back with you, knowing that all guides, steps, and actions moving forward in your day-to-day life are leading you to this life that has begun in this moment. From washing the dishes to developing a plan and creating specific actions to resting and just loving yourself and to being in community. Everything in every moment moving forward is leading to this end. Knowing this truth, I feel gratitude for the universe larger than me bringing this to fruition. Releasing it to the universe, I allow myself to show up in gratitude daily and move forward in joy, knowing it is done. As together we say, and so it is.
Just be careful. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Somehow I think you're back to me. You know, I was just going down the road and I looked ahead of me, and on the back of this truck, of course it's a truck, was a sticker that said, "Shift happens." That's what it shift happens. And I thought to myself, you know, that is so absolutely true. That you have to take a look at your life and sometimes make that shift. And it occurs here. It occurs here. Because every day you awaken, your life starts brand new. Before your feet hit the floor, you can decide what you will do. You can choose to carry your load from the day before or open up a brand new door. So I hope you got your cowboy boots on. Every day when you awaken, your dad stops anew. Before your feet hit the floor, you can't decide what you do. You can choose to carry your load the day before, or open up a brand new door. Sometimes you just gotta let shift happen. Sometimes you just gotta let it all come down. Sometimes you just got to let it be. Sometimes you just have to love it. If not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not me, then who? It's got to start somewhere. If not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not me, then who? It's up to us to get. When you look around and see all that's happening, it's easy to feel that blanket of fear. But it just takes a little bit of soul connection to remember why we are all here. Sometimes you just gotta let shift happen. Sometimes you just gotta let it all come down. Sometimes you just got to let it be. Sometimes you just have to allow. If not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not me, then who? It's got to start somewhere. If not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not me, then who? It's up to us to get. So in this very moment of choice and condition, they're gonna let the sun shine through. And in the night, my heart feels conviction. Trust the Spirit can see me through. Sometimes you just gotta let shit happen. Sometimes you just gotta let it all come down. Sometimes you just got to let it be. Sometimes you just have to love now. If not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not me, then who? It's got to start somewhere. If not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not now, it's up to us to care. In this world of billions of people, really there's only one. A chance to start loving all the people left. The chance to reach out now has begun. Sometimes you just gotta let shit happen. Sometimes you just gotta let it all come down. Sometimes you just gotta let it be. Sometimes you just got to allow. If not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not me, then who? It's got to start somewhere. If not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not me, then who? It's up to us to get. I gotta let shit happen. Not me, then when? Not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not me, then who? It's up to us to get. Why not now? Why not here? Why not me? Why not you? Boy.
Well, all I know is bring back that banjo every week. That is amazing. Thank you, thank you. So I just
Can't believe the talent that's in this house. I really can't. I can't believe the people that are here, the wisdom that we're sharing from music at 10, 11, Donna's share, our reading, last week Cindy. Our shares are so beautiful of how we show up. So this week's sermon is again on spiritual practice. So last week, I talked about the spiritual practices that we do in our teachings, from compassionate care that Cindy brought up last week when she was experiencing something. Somebody was so kind to her. So compassionate care to divine relationship, divine intention, to practicing the presence. We have so many. We have, I think, 10 spiritual practices that we do. 8 practices, 10 principles. But today's practice, what I want to talk about is building a community. What does that look like? So I believe everything is a divine appointment. I believe we are all here because we've already yearned for something that expresses us in a bigger and deeper way. And I love in Matthew 18:20 when in the Bible it says that when 2 or 3 gather, there I am. When 2 or 3 gather in my name, there I am. So I know that this is a divine appointment, that it is consciousness creating this intention for our community to be. I know I've been wanting to be a minister for almost 20 years. And when I heard the call and God called me and I picked up the phone and God says, "Hello, Lanna, it's God," I said, "I think you have the wrong number." And I hung down the phone. So I think we all have heard this calling of a greater presence, a greater beingness in us wanting to be expressed. For some of us, we're new to the community. There's something within you that yearn for this experience to be here. And already the magic that has showed up. Our event last week that we held, our mini town hall, had 20 people so committed to these teachings. It was literally, I was high as a kite all week, thinking that the talent that's in that house, in that room, the talent, the wisdom, the openness, the honesty, the sharing, it uplifted me thinking 20 times 20 times 20, that I know in time we will have a building that we own. I know in time, blessed Gary will have a full reggae band backing him up. I know that we'll have practitioners coming through, ministers coming through, that the seeds that were planted last week were incredible. Were absolutely incredible. So I bless all of those that were there, just holding this light of something that is transformative, that's happening within the micro and really in the macro that we're looking at. So Ernest Holmes says that there is one mind and we are all manifestations of it. So we're not talking about creating a community from scratch, but from creating the sacredness that is within us that so wants to be expressed. So we're aware, we share this presence, and there is unity behind our diversity. So we are so pro self-expression because we know that in the one mind, we're all connected, that everyone now, wherever you are on this journey, that you're whole, complete, and perfect. Nothing needs to be changed. Nothing needs to be created. It's just this deeper realization of the truth of who we are. And we do this in community. So a couple things Ernest Holmes says, that we belong to each other because we belong to the one. So community then is the visible demonstration of the invisible thinking that we do. So in science of mind, people think we're like magicians. And someday I am going to master a magic trick, but it may take me a while. That flowers will come out of my suit jacket, but we're not there yet. Or a bunny will appear from the heavens. But in our teachings, we move forward in this truth in what we do, that we work in the invisible. You know, beautiful Joanne shared today her reading, so tapped into the dreams that we have. See, we're all dreaming about something. And maybe we have jobs that are demanding, domestic duties that are demanding. We read about things that are challenging for us. But I know when we're with ourselves, we dream of a different world, of a different experience, of an artistic inspiration, of something written down that inspires us, music that we listen to that transforms me in my car all the time. So there's something that we do in the invisible, and then here it is showing up as the visible. This is how our teachings work. You think it, you have it, you demonstrate it. And whatever doesn't stick to that goes away, whether it's programs at a center or whether it's different energies of people. Whatever doesn't stick to that truth, it just washes away. So this is how we are planting the seeds that are really incredible, really amazing in our community. I feel it. Do you guys feel it? Am I just talking like do do do? doo-doo, But I feel something emerging through myself and emerging through all of us as we do this. So we live in a world where we're very separate. We talk about separation all the time, that you go home to your job. Sometimes now we don't live in the same city, the country of our family, where people feel alone. People feel this sense of separation. And what this community does is it encourages your participation. It encourages your authenticity. It encourages your talents. I look at the people that we have on the board. Financial Director Jamie Palmer, Cindy Jacobson, amazing as Secretary, Donna as President, that we have such intelligent, amazing people that we're going to be talking about this Wednesday on our leadership training. Anybody who wants to step up into leadership, what does it look like when we're talking to one another and sharing this intention? So what community does is it dispels the sense of separation, that we have this illusion that we're disconnected. But Ernest Holmes invites us to participate in the truth of who we are. And he says this, he says, we are each individualized expression of the one life, unique, whole, and complete. And yet, we are never separate from that one life. So in participation, Ernest Holmes talks about this. He says, I am not outside of life observing it, but rather I am within life contributing to it. What I bring matters. How I show up matters. Letting ourselves be seen, recognizing that our presence matters. So for us, it's not about being perfect. It's not about doing everything right. It's about understanding how we are, how we show up, how we can improve, or how we can have deeper, more crucial conversations. And that's what we're going to do after the workshop, after our service, is we're going to look at how do we talk to one another? How do I see someone in the light when it's challenging? Who do I need to show up as to hold the light for others? Because we are light bringers. We bring light to the world. So that is something to consider. Ernest Holmes says when we think in unity, when we believe in the goodness of others, we expect connection. So, many years ago, 20-some years ago, when I left Los Angeles and I moved to the Napa Valley, and it was very expensive to live there. And I found the Napa Valley Center, and my minister says, if you don't have a lot of money to give in another way. So Martha Stewart is in the house, so I would get the Sunday service set up. My minister, you talk about me writing the sermon at 5 a.m. or rewriting it. She would be writing it while going to the podium. There would be paper, markers, pens. I would clean out, shake out the entrance mat, do the bathrooms, get the snacks ready, but I enjoyed it. It brought me the biggest joy of my week. And when I used to commute to San Francisco, drive an hour and 40, I consulted for law firms, Kaiser Permanente, I worked for many years. I would come back, I would be exhausted. And Sundays was truly the day that I could really celebrate and live in joy. So I did this little job for our church for about a year and a half. And then one day, and some of you know the story, I don't have that many stories, my life's not that thrilling sometimes, but my minister said, I would love to introduce you to someone, and his name is Brad. Well, I've been married to Brad now for 19 years, but did I expect to go to church to meet my husband? No, I could have said I'm going to have lunch with the aliens after church. It was so far-fetched, but I came there willing to give. So when you give unconditionally, when you give, and I talked about this 2 or 3 weeks ago, the law of compensation, when you give without expecting. This isn't a networking group. Even though we network in our own unique ways, this isn't a build your business group. Maybe we do that indirectly eventually, but we come here to serve and uplift one another. And when we do that, the universe aligns in such a powerful way that I can't even imagine my life that I married someone who's a scientist. I hated science. I have no offense, Bonnie. Bonnie has a PhD, I think, in science, but science was challenging for me. Oh, and I live in Utah. I never in my life thought I'd be living in Utah. Here I am. So it's just, you open up to the magic when you give and share from your authentic self in building a sacred and vibrant community. So it's about being authentic to you, because nothing needs to change within you in this journey. So community as spiritual practice. So community reflects the quality of our collective thought. And it's not just about building programs, but it's building consciousness. So this is why in our faith we study. One of our spiritual practices is sacred study, where these classes and workshops change your life. I think there's a before photo when people come to religious science, and an after photo of how your life just breeds harmonious experiences because you're able to study, reflect, hear from one another. We've all lived these amazing lives. Last Sunday, when I saw 20-some people there, I thought, oh my goodness, everybody has had this incredible experience of living, has these incredible gifts to give. And when we come at it from that in consciousness, then our experiences match that. So it's really important work that we do when we hold the mission and vision of who we are in our practice and what we do every day, knowing that our vision is to awaken and empower the sacred self within all to what? Uplift humanity. So it's not just about getting a new car like it was in the 80s, even though it's nice to have a new car. It's not just about having all the goodies that life has to offer, but it's giving that all away. And the more we give, we really get more. So someone said to me, a colleague this week said, it must be a lot of work giving these sermons. And I said, well, it is, even though your guys are like, what? It seems so easy to do. But to think, to contemplate, to feel deeply about things, to express it. But I get to be steeped in it for 2 days. So you're giving me the gift of being in the way that spirit is. So did I become a minister to get this gift? No. I became a minister because I know these teachings work. I know that this philosophy changes people's lives and can change the world. When people would get that the essence of who they are is this vibrational of healing, of wholeness, then things shift in the world. So for us, this community is a practice. Holmes said that love points the way and law makes the way possible. So love, as we've discussed in a couple weeks ago, is the impetus of spirit. Spirit only knows love. Spirit only gives in its wholeness. We have free will, that's another sermon, but we have this loving presence. And the law, how it works, the machine of God, gives that greater expression in it. So when we practice love, deep Buddhist compassion, karuna, seeing someone as a child of yours, seeing the world together, praying for people, that shifts the environment of the community, of the country. I know many of you have heard that sometimes, when you pray in a group, it affects the community. That the community has, say, less violence, less car accidents, less whatever. But the energy that we're doing here ripples out into the community in which we are part of. So I know we are a beneficial presence to the other side village because we're planting these seeds of goodness and wholeness that they can experience, and we can experience their divine energy. This Friday I met with the executive director, Camille Winnie, who I've known for probably 17, 18 years. And she said, I'm so happy knowing that you guys are here. I just know the best for your community. Our community is going to work well together. And I said to her how much I enjoy weeding. I could weed for hours in my garden. She was, well, come here with a little group and start weeding the neighborhood. I love gardening. But again, giving in that way, you just don't know how it's going to show up. But when Camille Winnie, the executive director of the Other Side Village, she said, stay here as long as you need. We're building a sanctuary down the road in a couple of years. Maybe you'll be the non-denominational minister. But I know planting these seeds of love and goodness ripple out into the community here at the Other Side Village and Salt Lake City. So for us, this is a spiritual practice, being in community, listening, supporting, loving, connecting. I can't wait till we have a compassionate care team for those that are in the hospital, need their dogs looked after, or those that need to be cared for, that we have a team of people that do that. That is the reason I became a minister, was the compassionate care, was the micro looking of people. And hopefully when Donna goes to ministerial school, she'll be on podium twice a month, and I can be doing the micro care. But I really love that aspect of building a community, of true caring for one another. So for us, this is a practice. It's the courage of belonging. So Ernest Holmes said, this thing you do is to believe that life is for us, not against us. So being in a community, it doesn't diminish who we are. It reveals this authentic self that wants to be shared in this way of building relationships and being with one another. Ernest Holmes says, to belong is not to fit into a mold. It's to bring your authentic self into space and trust that there is room and appreciation for it. So like Ernest Holmes says, we are not bound by our past experiences. So what if a community isn't here to judge us, but to reveal the truth of who we are? Because I know when I leave on Sundays, I'm uplifted by something. Whether it's just taking a moment to reflect and to feel this truth, to see beautiful faces that I see once a week. How beautiful that is, that my life feels different being in this community. So Ernest Holmes says a new vision of a community. He says this is that where people feel seen without needing to perform, where differences are not threats but expressions of creativity, and where the presence matters more than perfection. That we have intention, we have awareness, and we have practice. This is why today after church we're going to have a communications workshop by their founder, Joseph Grenny of the Other Side Village. He wrote a book called Crucial Conversations, and we're going to look about those aspects of what he talks about. Then I'm going to give a science of mind twist on that, and then we're going to talk about what does it mean to be in community. It means confidentiality. It means respect, that if you share something with someone doesn't go around the neighborhood and express that. So we have to have skills so we know that our community is whole, complete, and loving. But it's a consciousness we bring to the conversations. When my husband has his job and say they have a board meeting and somebody says, oh, this doctor, shouldn't do clinical research. When they leave that board meeting, they don't go outside and say, hey, Dr. Jimmy, Brad said, you're not good with people. Right? They keep things together tight with one another for respect for one another. But this is a practice we're doing in this community. This is why it's about how we talk and communicate with one another really sets the stage of what we're experiencing. So Ernest Holmes says that we see spirit in others, that we listen with intention, and we hold a vision of wholeness for all who enter. My desire being a minister is that I wish everyone a great life. I wish everyone having all they need to be happy, whether it's a partnership or money or creative expression or feeling safe, feeling love. This is my calling. This is my gift. This is my shared vision I have for our community and for the world at large. So community is something we're not trying to build, but it's a remembrance that we all belong. And as we move into this awareness, we feel the truth with who we are. So we practice these teachings together. We slow down to feel. that eventually Donna will be a Diksha giver here. Well, she is already. May 31st, so the last Sunday of the month, we have a Diksha. And I don't know if any of you have ever felt the presence of energy of love being just on you like this. It changes your life. So we're going to have Diksha givers. We're going to do a meditation class half hour before we get together. Because I thought, oh, maybe we could do it on Wednesdays. But I know people are so busy. But before service, we're going to sit in this silence. Because this is where the crown jewel of spirit is. When you slow down to feel and connect, then you build this amazing community because you're whole, because you have this tapped in energy to share with others. So this is what we do in this work today. So it's really spiritual practice in building a community, of becoming this authentic self, feeling it, to share your gift with others. So we're going to close in a beautiful prayer for our community. And I'm going to do a spiritual mind treatment that is going to share this understanding. So if you can just, as it was such a beautiful prayer that Joanne already gave, but I would like you just to get comfortable. And we're going to do this for in about 5 minutes. I'm not going to do a quick prayer, but I would like us just to slow down. Just if you feel comfortable to put both feet on the ground, just having your spine just pressed against your chair, where there's just this slow light dim to your eyes, where we just take in a big group breath together, inhaling and exhaling. And again, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. And just being in the silence, the stillness, letting go of all the effort it took to get here today. Just feeling supported and loved by the presence of the One. And as we move into this spiritual mind treatment, I want to begin with gratitude. Just gratitude of another day of life in this body temple. Gratitude that we came to church on time. Gratitude of this incredible space and just sending our blessings to the other side villagers, the other side academy, to their leaders, to Natalie, to Keith, that helped set us up on Sundays. Just blessing and deep gratitude to Gary for his musical gifts. For Brian and Joanne just holding us up in this technological way. For Donna sharing intimately her spiritual journey to these teachings. For Carol blessing the seats. There are so many people that make this Sunday celebration work. So in deep gratitude, I move through this prayer with already an open heart, with already expecting the good, with already expecting this divine union with God. And so I recognize in this sacred moment that there is just one life expressing as us in all that we see, in all that we do. That this Wasatch Spiritual Center, this community of light walkers, of light dwellers, is this expression of the One. And this one life is deeply compassionate, deeply loving, deeply giving of itself, deeply wise, infinite knowledge, that it is so abundant, not creating the same person on this planet when there's 8 billion people, creating all the trees and the poppies out front, all the magnificence of the earth's splendor in this incredible environment that we live. So beyond creative of music, of art, of dance of words, of science, of intelligence, that essence breathes through me and it breathes through everyone here. That essence of all of it moves through everyone here easily, unobstructedly, healthy, growing in that essence. That light of spirit dwells within all of us. And so as I know we build this sacred community of light walkers, of light dwellers, that these teachings reach out into the community, into Salt Lake City, Utah, the country, that when we become the Centers for Spiritual Living, our website's up and running, we go live, that there's just movement and creation of this essence of this truth. That we are whole, complete, and perfect already in the mind of God. So I bless this community. I bless all those who are here and those who couldn't be today. I bless our families, our friends, our neighbors, our animals that just can't wait till we get home, that love us so much. I bless all those in leadership, whether it's here at the Other Side Academy or politicians, that everybody is just coming from this truth, that they are born in the image and likeness of God, of goodness, of plenty, of love, of bounty, that it already is within us. And I celebrate this today, just knowing that this spiritual practice that we do is building a beloved community, a sacred community, a community that uplifts us and guides us, nurtures us, supports us, cares for us. I know this is already happening now. So as I release this prayer, knowing it is already done, knowing that the vibration of this prayer just catapults this experience of inclusivity, of love, of celebrating our diverse expressions with God, because we are all in the one and from the one. And so with one big deep breath together, we just know that thy will be done for the highest and best. And together with one human heartbeat, we simply say, and so it is. Namaste. So this is the time of our giving. So we have our box in the back, we have our QR codes. We're getting more sophisticated eventually, that we'll be doing mailings and other things, but right now we have our QR code to give. But I know giving is always a emotional situation, so I always try to have one joke. So get ready for today's joke, and it's a good one today. So don't mess with church ladies. The strong man at a circus squeezed the juice from a lemon between his hands. He then said to the audience, I will offer $200 to anyone in the audience who can squeeze another drop from this lemon. A thin, scholarly-looking woman came forward, picked up the lemon, strained hard, and managed to get one drop. The strong man was amazed. He paid the woman and asked, what is the secret of your strength? The woman answered, practice. I was the treasurer of a spiritual center for 32 years. So that's a little joke here. So I just want to make some quick announcements. We now have a sign-up sheet in the back. So I do weekly MailChimp letters to our community. If you're not on it, it pretty much lets you know what we're all about, what we're doing. So there's a sign-up sheet in the back. Thank you, Cindy Jacobson, for making it. Today we have a workshop right after The Future is Sacred Conversations, Speaking Truth with Love. We have some snacks provided, and of course, Kelly brings donuts, so I know that's probably going to be a keeper. This Wednesday, and please let me know if you're interested, but Reverend Nicole Murgis, who is a mentor of mine, who used to be the education director for the Centers for Spiritual Living for 10 years, is doing a leadership online class for us from 6:30 to 8:30 via Zoom. It's free of charge. She just wants to make sure that we're all kind of moving in the same vein of creating this center. So anybody who's interested, not just in leadership, but with aligning your truth, please let me know and I'll include you on that Zoom class or the Zoom meeting. And we start a new class this week called Ancient Wisdom and Science of Mind Teachings. And Cindy Jacobson will be assisting me in that. We have, I think, 6, maybe 8 students already. It's $150. 40 of that goes to the Centers for Spiritual Living for the education. And because we're not CSL yet until a week, all of the money is going to the Creative Life Center in Houston, Dr. Jesse Jennings. So I'm teaching it for free just to say thank you for him to get through these classes. We're doing 6 classes this year, and then we'll have a whole bunch of practitioners coming out and signing up in January. We'll be starting that. So this class is 5 weeks. It starts on Tuesday, and it goes to June 2nd. And it's from 6:30 to 9:30, all via Zoom. So you could be in your bathrobe pajamas, off screen, off camera, whatever works for you. And then we take 2 weeks off. This time we do take 2 weeks off. And we begin June 23rd with the class called Mental Equivalence, which is a great class. And then we have a month off in August. And then we start 2 more classes in the fall. So those are our announcements for today. So stick around. Thank you for being here. So beautiful to see everyone. This is our 5th Sunday. And then next week is Mother's Day. So bring your mothers. Bring your children, but we will have a special gift for mothers next week. And I'm going to be talking about the divine feminine, however that looks in life for you. And both men and women have this feminine quality, so I just want to make it inclusive and powerful. So thank you for being here. I wish everyone a beautiful day. Thank you. Thank you.
So, you carry this song, not me. And it's not about me. So I hope that you will sing loudly in the Love Me With You. Love be with you, peace enfold you, Spirit lift you, breathe it in, truth come through you. May good flow to you, let joy renew you, till we meet again. Love be with you, love be with you, love be with you. All together, hand in hand, we share the light and take our standing. We are changing a whole new life for you and me. Take the past and set us free and share this blessing. Love be with you, peace enfold you, and Spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come through you, make good flow to you, let joy renew you, till we meet again. Love be with you, love be with you. Yes, you can clap your hands. Love be with you. Love be with you. Dance, girls. Love be with you. Peace enfold you. Spirit lift you. Breathe it in. Truth come through you. Let good flow to you. Let joy renew you. They'll meet again. Love be with you. Love be with you. Ooh, love you with you. Ooh, love you with you. Ooh, love you with you. Thank you very much for singing loudly.